In this video, I want to take a look at 6 principal differences between buying a new property, new residential property, and buying a second-hand one. Okay, the first difference is that in buying a new property, there's essentially 2 agreements that you're going to be entering into. One is a standard contract for the transfer of the site on which your house is going to be built. And secondly, a building agreement with the builder who's going to build the property on the site. So there'll be 2 agreements rather than a 1 agreement, which would be normally the case with a second-hand house. With a second-hand house, you're going to buy the house as it stands, warts and all, in 1 contract. So second-hand then, as I say, you'll be buying a completed house in 1 contract. You're not splitting up the building of the house with the site, or you're not transferring the site on its own. You get the whole shoot and match in 1 transfer and in 1 contract. Third major difference is the question of roads and services abutting the property. So with a well-established property, you're going to have roads and services abutting it taken in charge by the local authority. So for example, if you're buying a house on the main street in Enfield, the road going past is a national road, and it's either in charge of the National Roads Authority or in charge of Meath County Council. The services then as well, including sewerage and water, they're going to be abutting the property too, so there's no issue there. You know what you're buying. With a new property, roads and services won't be taken in charge when you're purchasing in the first instance, and the likelihood is that the developer or builder will have to give you an indemnity to take care of the roads and services and maintain the estate and so on until such time as it's taken in charge, either by the local authority or by a management company. Now, problems have arisen from time to time with developers going bust, going out of business, and perhaps leaving estates in bad condition and not maintaining them and so on. But that is one of the significant differences between buying an established property in an established area with the letter from a solicitor confirming that the roads and services, or indeed from the local authority confirming the roads and services are in charge. Another significant difference is that if you're buying a second-hand property, the likelihood is you're buying from a family or an individual. When you're buying a new property, you're probably going to be dealing with a limited company or a builder. In relation then to the condition of the property, second-hand property, you're going to buy it in the condition that it's in. So it's up to you, you're on notice to carry out any due diligence that you need to carry out, any inspections, any structural surveys prior to purchasing that second-hand property. It's a question of caveat emptor, that is, let the buyer beware, and you buy it as it is. A new property is a different situation. You're entering into a building agreement, and the builder is supposed to, in accordance with the building agreement, build the property in accordance with particular regulations, planning permission, and the various terms and conditions and covenants of the building agreement. Number 6, in relation to defects with your property, with your purchase. If it's a new house, you can sue the builder for breach of contract, you can sue the builder for negligence, or you can bring a claim pursuant to the Home Bond or Premier Guarantee Scheme, if there is one, to the National House Building Guarantee Company. If it's a second-hand property, then, as I say already, it's a question of let the buyer beware. You were on notice, you had to carry out your due diligence. If there's a problem with your second-hand property, you really can't sue anybody. It's up to yourself to remedy the situation, because you should have carried out all the necessary inspections and structural surveys and so on prior. Hope you find that useful. If you do, give it the thumbs up down below. You might be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. There, what I see is the 6 principal differences between buying a new property from a builder and buying a second-hand property. One further difference between the 2 may be the lead time between paying a deposit and entering into the contract and the completion. So with a new house, it's quite possible that the building could go on for 3 to 6 months, whereas with a second-hand property, if you're in a hurry, then you can close the sale within 2, 3, 4 weeks of initially paying your booking deposit, assuming that the solicitors do their job and so on. Hope you find it useful. As I say, give it a thumbs up down below, and you might be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are, just get up off your seat now and hit that subscribe button. Thank you.